Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Live 605. I don't know why I keep calling that. It's not really 605. It's in fact 3 o'clock. I'm just keeping everyone on their toes, including myself, because we're changing things up again this week. Look, a change is as good as a holiday as far as I'm concerned, and why not? Hey, why not? If you're new here, please type in new below, and by below I mean in Facebook, either my own personal profile or, of course, the Stray Whisker Facebook page, but we're also streaming live through to Stray Whisker TV, as well as Shave the Man, I believe. So we'll still be accepting comments because this is a very, very special episode, and I think we'll be doing this for a little while now because we're still under lockdown. Don't get me started on that. But it's, it is what it is. I'm not going to argue and go on and on about it. I'm sure we hear enough about COVID and restrictions and lockdowns and things on the media without me having to go into greater detail. Anyway, this is Virtual Coffee with Con. So I came up with this idea last week. I thought, look, we offer a virtual coffee here where you can come in and meet up and have a chat and talk about, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about if you come in and into the store. So I thought, why not do it virtually? Why not put it out there and see if people want to join virtually, okay? And it's been a virtual success. Well, it's been more than a success. So our very first guest in this, and remember, I said I was going to put things in a randomizer. I think I might just go with the whole kit and caboodle. We've got enough people here to last us till the end of the next plague. No, I won't say that. Silly thing to say. Look, so what I'll do is I'll work through all the names. You haven't been omitted. You haven't been overlooked, okay? If you're interested in doing this, actually, you might even want to type I'm in below. And what we'll do is we'll send you through a link and you can join us, just like my good friend Jonas Kazlauskas is joining us from beautiful Victoria, believe it or not. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition now into interview mode, okay? Things are going to change slightly here with the use of technology and these wondrous overlays. And with the click of a finger, I'm going to do this, right? So this tells you that we're ready to rock and roll. So without further ado, please welcome, in a virtual sort of way, in a real way too, Jozas from Victoria. How you going?
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Now, you said you felt like you already knew me.
I do. I've been watching you every week for many weeks. And so, yes, I do feel like I know you.
I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do about that.
I've enjoyed it.
Look, I feel like I know you too. Well, I do know you because obviously you're a keen wet shaver. Otherwise you wouldn't be tuning into this to these particular lives.
Correct.
But I'm sure there's a lot more to you than just shaving. We might even cover some of that. Speaking of which, have you got a coffee there?
I do. I've got one right here.
What are you drinking?
This is a Gloria Jean that I use in a Breville Origal One Touch machine.
Wow. So you purchased the beans and or is it pre-ground?
No, I purchased the beans. It's got a hopper. Coffee goes in the hopper. I grind it to the grind I want it to be. Yep. I steam my milk up to the heat I want it to be, and I like it to be at 66 degrees Celsius. And I usually make myself a nice cafe au lait.
my God. Well, I should just sit down now. I mean, that's it. That's the end of the show. Thanks, folks. Thanks for tuning in. No, that's great. Look, I always love to hear when people, really take these things seriously, not just buy pre-ground coffee, buy beans and go from the bean to the cup, whether they're grinding on demand or using a machine such as you at home. I think there's nothing greater than a coffee. I'm just having an espresso again. This is only my fourth. Hello to Steve Carter. Now, Stephen's north of the border, and he's north of your border. So he's from sunny Queensland. Nice to see you on the live, Steve. I'm sure we'll have you we'll have you on here at some stage. Hello, everyone. It's only Barney.
Hello.
Now, it's only Barney from YouTube has tuned in. I don't know who that is, but welcome nonetheless. It's wonderful. The marvels of technology, you see. Last week I said, join us if you want to. Next thing you know, I'm sitting here talking to you.
Yes.
It's great, isn't it?
It is. G'day, Pat.
Hi, Pat. How you going? Pat's joining us from Facebook. Look, this is what it's all about. I'm really mindful of this, Jozas. I think to myself, same old guy, he's on there doing the same thing, the same shtick. We don't want to see Con. We might want to see Jozas this week. Well, there you are.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you on the live too, Dave. I believe Dave was there. He said hello to all of us. So there you go. Tell me about your shave journey. I mean, presumably this is how you found this live, and perhaps even the stray whisker. So when did all this start for you?
Look, maybe 2-3 years ago, I suppose. My wife, she would always buy me cartridge blades.
Yep.
And one particular year I had to buy myself. And I thought, these are just too expensive. And I'm not buying these anymore.
Right.
And I thought, bugger this, I'll go back to wet shaving, safety razor. So I bought a couple of Mueller, a 2-piece R78.
Yep.
For starters. And then I went from there to the next extreme. I ended up buying a Mueller R41. And that was kind of, I couldn't use that as a daily driver. I was looking around for something else and I came across a Parker variant adjustable. And that's my daily driver. I thoroughly enjoy it. That's what I love to use every day. I've just finished using the Latoya shave stick. I bought that from you actually. And I do a face shave with face lather with that.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Absolutely love it. And I suppose the first cream I brought that it's one that you can't currently use at the moment is Taylor's of Old Bond Street Sandalwood. I thoroughly enjoy that.
We sell a lot of it. It's a very, very popular line. People love it.
I have I'm not too sure the pronunciation, a Yucca 24 mil synthetic brush I use for my clients.
Yep.
And I've got a Samorg brush that I use for my hard soaps.
Is that a ball brush? Is that a ball brush or a
ball brush? And my Osma French soap, I brought that from you as well.
Yep.
I use that with my Samorg brush. It took me a while to learn how to get a good lather with that, but I thoroughly enjoy that soap as well.
You bring up an interesting point. Tell me, are you, I mean, when we shave, we sort of stick, once we've dialed in a technique and, we feel we know what we're doing to achieve the best possible shave for ourselves. Do you want a particular soap to perform the way other soaps do without changing too much in your lathering technique or your loading technique? I mean, is that something that is, or do you say, I'm going to change the way I'm going to lather this soap because it's a different soap? Do you work within certain parameters? Because
I do work in certain parameters. It comes down to, well, water really is the big thing. How much water do I need with this particular soap or cream?
Yeah,
to get a nice constant lather that I like to use every time. And once I've got that, well, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. So, the reason I ask that is because people say, oh, look, if I do what I normally do with soaps and it doesn't lather or it doesn't produce a good lather, I get rid of the soap. I think, nah, it's not for me. But I think it is a worthwhile exercise to sort of stay with the soap and try and get the best out of it. and a couple of soaps come to mind. One of them is, for example, Tobacc, and the other one's Mitchell's Wool Fat. Now, those are two hard soaps, and some people think they're impossibly hard to shave with. That you can't get a lather out of them. There's all sorts of complaints about, it's a great soap, but I don't see what all the fuss is about. You can't approach say, for example, Tobacc in the same way that you would a Taylor's of Old Bond Street cream, surely.
Correct.
Yeah. And you'd use a different brush, the amount of water, yeah.
Correct.
So this is the thing that I'm mindful of when I often advise people and they ask me, what do you think of this? Do you think Tobacc's a good soap? Do you think, Taylor's of Old Bond Street a good soap? Do you think some of these artisan products are good soaps? And I say, yes, but you need to work with the soap to make it work for you.
Correct.
Now, obviously, if you're sitting there for 3 hours trying to get something out of it, the soap's not only not for you, it's probably not for anyone, really. But if the idiosyncrasies of the soap mean that you've got to try a few things and tweak a few things, I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not, definitely. I take my time. All soaps are different, so I just treat every soap different. And it just takes a bit of time to learn. And the French Osmar soap was a bit of a tough one to learn. I haven't brought any Mitchell Wool Fat yet. I am going to down the track. I've got a few soaps and creams to use up at the moment. I've kind of gone down that rabbit hole, like a lot of people have, and I've just got to use up what I've got.
Yeah. Look, I know that rabbit hole very well. I've been down it. I've constructed part of it. I've had part of it collapse on me. I've had a mining rescue come around and try and extract me from the rabbit hole. I know it very, very well. And it's one that you can quite easily get caught up in and find yourself in all sorts of difficulties with. And some gentlemen have had to, go through these extraordinary lengths to produce covert operations to bring these products into the house as well. So that may even require another rabbit hole.
Yes.
But, and that's... You agreed a little too quickly there, Jozas. Have you been in trouble at all? Have you at home?
No, I haven't been in trouble, not yet. But I have been very careful of late exactly how much I'm purchasing. I've actually bought myself a display cabinet, and I got that mounted in the bedroom,
right,
and section room, and I've got all my shaving goods in there. So from top to bottom, I've got a nice full cabinet, and I collect the Old Spice shaving mugs. So I've got 5 of them.
Yep.
And I've got my dad's old safety razors and a couple of others, and I've got a couple of old cutthroat razors.
Where are you going to put all these? Where do you store all these things?
Oh, these are all in the display cabinet.
Well, there's not one behind you. I can see you don't have one behind.
No, I don't. Not behind me. Just a wall behind me.
Well, maybe you could fill that wall.
I think I just about could, but that'll take a bit of work to be able to get another display cabinet put in this room.
Look, I think you've got to, get cracking. Go out to Bunnings or somewhere, or pick up some shelving and see what you can do. See if you could put something together and have a real museum going there.
When I weigh things up, if I weigh up shaving and my relationship with my wife, I kind of like my wife, so I'm just careful.
Very, very intelligent man. Shaving with Peg Leg says hello. Hello, how you going? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. You're joining us on YouTube. There you go. Couldn't see my eyesight's going. Do you wear spectacles at all?
No, but I'm getting to the stage that I may need to. I kind of look at something and then turn my head and everything's a bit blurry.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I'm used to it now. I make a spectacle of myself every day. But David says that he used a sample of Tobacc today, bowl lathered. It lathered like a monster. Absolutely. It's just really good stuff. I also use I've got the stick, and I use that when I'm traveling, and even when I'm pretending to travel, because I'm not traveling much at all these days. And I use it in a similar way to the Latoya stick. You just wet the face, rub it on there, and just have at it with any brush really. I get a good lather out of a bore brush or a synthetic. It's usually synthetic these days, I have to say, or even a badger brush. So yes, I have to concur with you there, David. It really is a lather monster. Who else do we have on the line or in there? Good morning good morning, Karalabos from Greece. There you go. So we've got people that are joining us from all over Europe.
Wow.
I wonder if they're joining us from Lithuania.
I have no idea.
No? You know, Jozas, you've got a very famous name. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I thought I had to.
Okay.
You were your name is identical to the national Lithuanian basketball coach.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. No,
so a Mr. Jonas Kazlauskas is actually the national coach of the Lithuanian team, and I believe he also coached a number of Olympic teams, and he's been coaching all through Europe. And he's very good.
Very good to hear.
You're not a basketballer, are you?
No, I'm not. Far from
it. Okay. Well, anyway, you do look a little bit like him, I have to say, anyway. Yes, I mean, that's interesting. What I'm intrigued by is that you've only been doing this for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, you say?
Yes.
So before that, you were shaving with a cartridge razor or an electric, or?
I was using a cartridge razor, and I used to find that I could probably only shave every couple of days because I get a very sore face.
Yeah.
And now using the safety razor, I can actually shave every day. I don't get a sore face at all.
And do you shave every day?
I do, yes.
Without fail?
Without fail. The odd time I don't, but pretty much every single night I have a shave and shower.
Night?
At night.
Okay. Is there a reason that you prefer shaving at night during the day? Is there?
You get a few more kisses in the evening after having a shave.
Oh my goodness! Oh no! Look, that's you've got the spotlight. What happens? Tell us again. Why is it?
Oh my Lord! You just get a few more kisses when you've had a shave at night. That's all.
This is a PG show. This is PG rated, Jozas. I didn't think you'd get into that. Oh my goodness! Look, I'm not going to stand in the way of a man getting a few more kisses. But it's funny you should say that, because I've heard ladies say, look, it's great that, Bugalux here has a shave at night, but it's a waste because he just comes into bed and he's just laying there, and it's not like he's going out and then I enjoy him, she said. But yes, it's she's got to change the pillow covers every 2 or 3 days because of all the aftershavers. So you don't tell me you wear aftershave after you've had a shave.
I put some aftershave on and some cologne, but sometimes they're mild ones that I use. Like one I got by is Florida Water from New York, and that's a very mild cologne.
Craig here says that it's almost time to change the channel, kids. This is getting a bit. It's definitely gone from PG to MA now. Dare I say MA plus? It may even turn R-rated. I don't know. Liam, yes, you probably do need to start shaving at night. I mean, I know that it works for some people. I'm not shaving at all, so nothing is happening for me day or night.
Right.
No, I tell a lie. I do a little bit now. I just want to see where this will go. And they've got a little halo effect. Can you see the halo? The hairs?
It looks good.
You're only saying that because it's true, Jozas.
That's right. Looks good. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Stephen, of course, says that he's very happy that he introduced David to the joys of Tobacc. Tobacc is great. I didn't like Tobacc when I was 20-ish. I know I'm only 25 now, but when I was a younger man, I just didn't like the smell of tobacco. I thought it was too stuffy, and everyone goes on about an old, grandma's purse and all that sort of thing. And I've grown to love the scent because it's actually tobacco flower. It's not tobacco per se, but it has a very distinctive scent profile, and it is one which I love and I use. And in fact, now that we're talking about it, I'll probably use it next time I shave. I think it's really, really good stuff. We've got Andrew says he can definitely agree about the extra kisses and cuddles after a shave at night.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Andrew. Yeah.
I think you've started something here.
Yeah. Well, I just think if you have a shave, you always get a few extra kisses.
Okay. You rascal, you. Dave, I must not be as old as yourself and Stephen, as I'm not a fan of the scent. Oh, David. Oh, you need to grow up, mate. Seriously. Yeah. You need to grow up. In fact, you need to man up. Okay, you need to man up. Tobacc, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? It's great stuff. It's really, really good. So, look, it's look, there he's back again. We won't talk about age. I mean, age is one of those things. But so there you go. I mean, if shaving at night, look, I only shave at night if I'm going to an event and I want to be as, smooth and whatever as it is. Like I'll shave later in the afternoon if it's an evening function. Otherwise, I tend to shave in the morning. Right. And I don't shave every day. So, I especially don't shave every day now. So I'm just sort of seeing how I go with this beard. It's really funny. I was speaking to Jozas and I'm saying, look, do you want to talk about shaving? And he says, but you don't shave, Con. You've stopped shaving.
I did.
No, guys with beards shave. They do. I know, for example, Steve Carter shaves, and I think Liam Foster might also shave as well. So, look, hey. You'll find, look, even if I had a full beard, I'd find something to shave.
Oh, okay.
Okay. God knows what happened there. Yeah, just turn that off and see what. Yes.